In this training byte, we will run multiple transient analysis, sweeping the value of one of the components in our circuit. We'll start by opening the buffer project that we created in an earlier training byte in this channel. We would like to run a transient analysis, sweeping the value of Cap2 from 100 picofarads to 700 picofarads. To accommodate our sweeping, we must add a PARAM part from the special library. On our PARAM part, we will add a new property that we will name CVal, for the value of our capacitor, and we will give the property a value of 1 nanofarad, which will be the default value of the variable if we do not define any sweeping in our simulation profile. We'll also enable the display of the name and the value of the property, so we will see the property on our schematic. We want to sweep the value of our Cap2 capacitor, so we will double-click the current value and change it to curly bracket CVal curly bracket. Anytime a model parameter or component value, such as in discrete components like resistors, capacitors, and inductors, is to be assigned at the time of simulation, it is enclosed in curly brackets. The values that the simulator will use for CVal are defined in our simulation profile, so we'll edit our simulation profile and select the Parametric Sweep option. We'll select the Global Parameters Radio button, and indicate to the simulator that our parameter name is CVal, the name of the property that we placed on our PARAM part and assigned to our capacitor, Cap2. We'll define a linear sweep with a start value of 100 picofarads and an end value of 700 picofarads, incrementing 25 picoseconds each simulation for a total of 25 simulations. When all the simulations are complete, we can load some, or all, of our simulations for the different values of our Cap2 capacitor. All simulations are selected by default, so we will just click OK to load them all. If we add the trace for the current through Cap2, we see the results of all 25 of our simulations. We can also choose specific simulations to display. Let's select our current traces, and use the Delete key on the keyboard to remove our current traces. We'll then go back to the Add Trace form and type in ICAP2 at 25, space, ICAP2 at 1, to display the current through the Cap2 capacitor for the first simulation, a value of 100 picofarads, and the 25th simulation, a value of 700 picofarads. We can also use mathematical expressions for curves, such as ICAP2 at 25 minus ICAP2 at 1, to display the difference between the first simulation and the last simulation. We can also take measurements from the probe window. Let's select Trace, Cursor, Display, to turn on our markers, and then select our difference curve. If we then click the cursor max icon, the marker will identify the largest point on the curve. We see that the Y value in the cursor is approximately 144 microamps. This tells us that when Cap2 is set to 700 picofarads, the current through Cap2 is 144 microamps larger than when Cap2 is set to 100 picofarads. Let's also check out the performance analysis feature that is available. We'll click Trace, Performance Analysis, to open the performance analysis form. We are going to graph how the maximum current through Cap2 changes as the value of the capacitor changes from 100 picofarads to the 700 picofarads for our 25 simulations. Our changing variable is CVal, and we see our range for the capacitor. We'll use the convenient wizard to walk us through performance analysis. For each of our 25 simulations, we want to measure the highest point on the curve, so we'll use the max measurement. We want to measure off the current for Cap2, so we can click the Trace widget, and select the Cap2 trace. Since some traces may not have the characteristics you are trying to measure, a check is done of a trace so you can verify that the measurement you are trying to make from the trace is valid. The max measurement is fairly simple, and we can see that we can successfully measure the maximum point on our curves. When we complete the wizard, we get a graph of the maximum current through the capacitor Cap2, and we can see how the maximum current increases as the value of the capacitor increases from 100 picofarads to 700 picofarads. In this training byte, we ran a parametric sweep of a capacitor and displayed the results of the 25 simulations that were run. We also measured values off of a curve, and use the performance analysis feature to see how the maximum current through a component changes as the value of a capacitor changed in our design.